you're never going to get credit as a commentator. Like life doesn't work that way. You don't get to go on and be a cool guy that people are cheering for because you were a commentator. Believe me, I've tried. I sit over each day in front of you two guys. Neither one of you have ever complimented me. I mean, I understand it, right? And if you're doing live event, particularly within the UFC, no one's going to tell you, good, Jay, you got the cool suit on, you got the best seat in the house, you get to participate. Oh, and by the way, we found out you got paid. I had to buy you tickets, you got paid to be, it's just one of those things. But I will tell you, there's a skill. I watched Joe Rogan. It is truly a treat to have Joe, truly. A post-fight interview. In sport, you've seen people go on the field, very good people, very good commentators. They go right on the court. They go right up to LeBron, they go right up to Manning, they go right up to McMahon in Montana, and they do a good job, but it's hard. The post is hard. Now, when you're in combat, you're talking about another level of difficulty for a couple of reasons. First off, that dude will kill you. You say the wrong thing, he will shove that microphone up your ass. Now, you really do think of that, though, don't you? How much would you guys like to go and interview some of those guys and ask them tough questions? In vulnerable moments, challenge them at times. Get them to open up. How much would you like to go to the guy that was just defeated, who could also kill you? I mean, that's real. Not that that would happen. I'm sure that's a real thought. Doing a post-interview in combat, they're painful. Unless Joe does them. It's one of these things. And those guys want to be interviewed by Joe, specifically. They love it. It's an honor. I can tell you that firsthand. I had won 4 fights in the UFC before I talked to Joe. The first thing I said to Joe when they were still on commercial break, I'm just tired. I said, hey man, this is my 4th win. It's the first time I've got to talk to you, but it's real. It's a big deal. And he shows up and he does it. Now, I got to tell you, I miss the black shirt. I don't know about this new outfit. I don't know about Joe Rogan in a tie. There's got to be some code. There's got to be some policy. Whether Ari passed it or Disney stepped in, there has to be some kind of a dress code that requires a tie. We got to run that back. Truly, we got to get black shirt Joe back. However we do it, we got to rise up. Now you have Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier is solid, but Daniel Cormier is separate and great. He's special because he's the biggest, baddest dude in the room, and he comes across for what he is, which is a playful, childlike fan. When the baddest dude in the room is the most jovial, you can't get around it. You just can't get around it. Anik's got to keep those two guys straight. I don't want you guys to miss this. This is what I'm telling you. I don't want you to miss what's happening. I don't want you to miss why when you go to a bar and you can't hear things because somebody's hooping and hollering, you want to hear the announcers. You want to hear them because they're good. Anik has to keep these two guys straight. So Joe's out there saying what he's saying, and Daniel's saying what he's saying. Then Jon's got to steer back. I mean, this happened tonight in the Kamaru fight, just by example. The announcers are talking about, right, Leon's out, he's sticking Kamaru, this is the 2nd round. All the announcers are talking about is how Kamaru is taking it to Leon and kicking his ass. That's not what was happening, not for the first half of that round. So when the round ends, Anik lets these two boys have their fun. Then Anik comes on the very top of it as they're going to the 3rd round, and he simply says one line for the audience. He says, most likely this contest is now 1 apiece going into the 3rd. He said it straight. They were putting these heaping praise on Usman, which just isn't what happened. Anik didn't argue with them. He let them have their fun, and then he fixed it for the audience at home so we could all go, oh, okay, you are seeing what I'm saying. I'm just saying, there's a brilliance in this. Now, Joe Rogan was tasked with explaining the side of Nate Diaz. So the way this works is the vignette opens up, okay, called a package or B-roll. They're showing highlights talking about Chimaev, and he's captivated the world and everybody's imagination, and this is the next star, and he's undefeated, and all of these wonderful things, and everybody's counting ideas, and Daniel covers that. Then it tosses to Joe, and Joe's got to cover Nate. And the way that Joe did that, in despite of the discrepancy in the odds, in spite of the discrepancy in age, and despite of the discrepancy of the record over their last 5 contests, let's say, Joe told the truth. He said, Nate will knock you out on your feet. Nate will submit you on the ground. And Nate is one of the toughest to ever have done this. I appreciated it. The truth will set you free. And as this fight is upon us, guys, please don't miss this. Please don't miss what's happening here. If you woke up this morning and you were of the mind of, I love Nate Diaz, but Nate can't beat Chimaev. If you were of that mind, how you can go to sleep tonight seeing that Leon Edwards just knocked out Kamaru Usman, and then in the same breath, you're going to tell me that Nate Diaz can't win? Come on. Come on. Sometimes you need these reminders. Sometimes you got to get reset. You got to get back on Main Street. But you can't detract to what Joe said. Joe just told the truth. He will knock you out on your feet. He will submit you on the ground, and he is one of the toughest to have ever done it. And now we get reminded tonight that no matter how invincible we want to make believe somebody is and how much the media will get behind that, how fun that is and how much we do it as fans, we get reminded they're human beings. Neither one of them gets to bring a stick. Neither one of them gets to tag in a friend. They're going to weigh in the day before, and they're going to weigh the same thing. There's not a lot of advantages here. You got 2 arms and 2 legs. He's got 2 arms and 2 legs. He's got his thoughts and knowledge, and you got yours. He's got his experiences, and you got yours. That's it. He got short pants, little gloves, and a mouthpiece, and you got yours. I think that it's really important that that gets remembered. In this sport, we give guys credit for willingness, for doing things other guys don't want to do. Think Nate Diaz didn't know he's going to be 8-1 underdog? It spread to 12-1. Quite frankly, I don't know what it's at today. It had spread to 12-1 within 24 hours of the fight getting announced. Got announced at 8-1. Within 24 hours, it had moved to 12. Think Nate didn't know that? He signed that contract anyway. What about that? He knows good and well his opponent has what he has. Joe Rogan, why it appeared he drew the short straw, told the truth. Nate will knock you out on your feet. Nate almost knocked out, and in the last round, defeated and won over the now world champion. Do what you want with that. But please, 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 just for me, just please, don't tell me Nate can't win this fight.